our institutions are not thoroughly preparing our young people to work into the workplace. I'm trying not to
Absolutely
be
correct.
critical, but you
No, no,
are
no. That's the
at a high
reality.
level,
Oh
and
my
it is
goodness,
the
that's the
reality.
reality.
They don't even know. They come to interviews with club clothes on. I mean, I'm just
Yes,
being really honest with you. They don't know how to deal. So that's this is a problem that crosses over.
sure.
Otherwise, they can hire people like you, your consulting firm, or go to seminars. That's why I think Zoom is so good and YouTube. I wish maybe you could do some classes on this for people to understand how you walk into the professionalism. It's a malpractice. I call it that all the time
That's
because
good.
people are coming in and truly not understanding how to be professionals. There's almost a rebuke to being a professional now. There's something going on with this individualism that we're trying to break it with this new generation. And
Mhm.
I want them to be individuals. I want them to be who they are, but it's hurting them in the workplace. And they don't care. Sometimes I'm not casting aspersions with a broad brush, right?
Sure. Understood.
It's just the pride of understanding. But I really do think our institutions should do a better job of having a course that's almost like a required 2 hour course that they start when they're fresh all the way
Hmm.
through the end. And that they would just, I know we're teaching soft skills now, but we're not teaching them at the level of what do you do when you go on at these institutions. And I don't think that burden should be placed on the employer to have to do it.
No, it's going to absolutely have to be a collaborative effort. And post-secondary institutions, K through 12, are going to absolutely have to start infusing that in their curriculum because it's having a reflection on the institution. Your graduate, your product that you are now moving into the workplace, saying that I graduated from XYZ university or college, they're not exemplifying or demonstrating what I expect a professional should have. Absolutely. Are they knowledgeable as it relates to technology or if they majored in computer science? But when you're coming in day two and you on the job and you're saying, hey, who do I need to talk to? Because I need to take the next 2 weeks off. Or I don't like to communicate via email. What's your telephone number so that I can text you and tell you what
Yeah,
I want to
yeah.
communicate that way. So when those, and you said soft skills, and I think needs to evolve. They are absolutely essential skills that we need to start incorporating in so many different spaces. And so fraternities and sororities should take a hand, civic organizations, all these things should play a role in preparing individuals for the readiness that is expected once they get into the workplace. Yeah.
I like that. And being the judge, I always have to see both sides to everything. Everybody is not wanting to be in this environment. That
Yes.
means then you become an entrepreneur.
Yes.
So we're not trying to, Dr. Wendy Wilson and I are not in any way trying to suggest that if you are a person who says, I'm going to keep my dreads, I don't want to have to deal with people, I don't want to be in that politically correct environment, then you don't have to.
You don't have to.
This is what we're trying to share is for people who made a decision that they'd love to be in corporate America or even in small business. They'd like to
Sure.
be in consulting. They'd like to be in positions in the government that's going to require this. But if you're one of those people who feel that this is not for me, then it's not for you because we
Absolutely.
believe that you ought to find your truest self wherever you are. So I
Yes.
have to give that caveat
I
because
love
we're not
that.
advocating this for everyone, and
It's
everybody's
not.
not going to college either. You
It's
might
not.
own your own business or something. So
Yes, but even in those folks owning the business or going after that government contract, there are some expectations.
yes, ma'am.
The
Yes,
customer expects you to be able to effectively articulate and
right.
communicate what the service of the product is. Yeah. You cannot sell me toothbrushes and I can tell that you have not brushed your teeth in a while. I need everything to be in alignment. I really do.